Imagine prosumer-level espresso power in a sleek, compact design that doesn't just fit in your kitchen, it elevates it. A compact dual boiler espresso machine with advanced features like programmable, active and passive pre-infusion, automatic on-off by time of day, quick heat up, and a flexible, first-of-its-kind portafilter. Hey espresso lovers, Mark here from Latte Love, and today I've got a close look at the brand new Profitec Move. Handmade in Germany, it's a huge upgrade to their Pro 300 with exciting new features like dual PID regulated boilers, a high level of programmability, customizable accents, and a redesigned modern aesthetic that's a real statement in a sea of shiny metal boxes. And check out those lights, those are really cool. The Move is nearly identical in price to the Rancilio Silvia Pro X and has a similar form factor, but compare the aesthetics and features of the machines, and for most who've decided on a lower volume use, dual boiler, my guess is the choice is going to be easy. So stick around as I take you through the basics and finer points of this machine. We'll open it up and see how it works, cover the programmable features like automatic time pre-infusion and auto on-off schedules, go over the included accessories and others we recommend, talk about the type of grinder to pair with the machine, plus I'll have test results for the fast heat function, brew temperature stability, and steaming performance. So test how that flexible and unique new modular bottomless portafilter design affects espresso temperatures. Everything you need to decide if the Profitec Move is the right machine for you. The Move, it's compact, but don't let that fool you. This machine's got serious power and Profitec precision packed inside. With a ring group configuration, the Move, yeah, it moves. Use that fast heat function and the Move is fully heated, ready to brew and steam in about 12 minutes. And with a day of the week, time of day, on-off programming, you can have it ready to go on your schedule, so you never have to wait for your morning espresso or latte. Overall, a real breeze to use. A backlit power button turns the machine on. Press the time programmable single or double shot buttons to start an extraction. Quick steam joystick valves control steam and hot water dispensing through cool touch wands. A dual gauge reads brew pressure during extraction and pressure in the steam boiler. The OLED display uses plain language, gotta love that for easy access to all the functions. Now, while most machines with deep functionality use only 2 buttons to adjust settings, the Move makes your life a little easier by adding in the brew buttons for selecting and confirming your settings. I'll have more on that and a deep look at all the functions coming up. Overall, a straightforward machine that's simple and easy to use, but also has impressive functionality. Now, new for Profitec is a redesigned modular bottomless portafilter. It's their first ever angled portafilter, but what makes it truly unique is that modularity. Remove the silicone insert for a quick switch between double-spouted and bottomless configuration. As far as we know, this is the first portafilter of its kind. Perfect for those who want the flexibility to pull beautiful bottomless shots using the included 21-gram triple shot basket, or make 2 drinks at once without having to have 2 different portafilters on hand. Now, the insert has some benefits, like functioning as a built-in mat for counter edge tamping, and I was incredibly surprised, actually rather stunned, the silicone spouts delivered hotter espresso than the standard metal ones. Details on that in the performance testing later in the video. Now, some may find them, a little strange because they're different, but if you're not opposed to change, they do have some real-world benefits. I love those 2 down-facing LEDs, aka the barista lights, on either side of the brew group. Really nice. They give the Move a sophisticated modern touch that contributes to the overall aesthetic. Imagine waking up early to go to work, the sun hasn't come up yet, but your machine shines like a beacon guiding you to that perfect morning shot. A striking feature, elevating the high-end polished look, perfect for a sleek minimalist setup in maybe a New York City loft. Profitec's Pro 300 used a brass brew boiler and pressure stat regulated steam boiler, so you couldn't easily change steam pressure. The move switches the steam boiler control from pressure stat to PID. With PID, it's going to be easy to adjust steam pressure to match your frothing skill level. Turn up the temperature for faster frothing or turn it down for less pressure and more time to froth milk if you're still perfecting your skills. Now, when it comes to functionality, the Move has more capabilities than any machine at its price and competes with machines costing significantly more. For years, PID and setting controllers, again, they operated using just those two buttons. Now you've got the same two buttons here to adjust setting parameters, but navigation of a larger feature set is simplified with a single shot button used to select and confirm a setting after you've made an adjustment, and the double shot as a return and home button. To enter programming, press and hold both buttons, then use them to navigate settings. To change one, select it using the single button. Make your changes, then confirm and save by pressing the single button. From there, continue to other options or press the double shot button to go back to the main screen. Here's a look at all the available settings and functions. So you've got brew temperature, steam enable, steam temperature, enable pre-infusion, which will globally turn it on or off. Brew settings 1 and 2. It's going to set your shot timing and pre-infusion for the brew buttons. PI pause turns pre-infusion on and off. Start sets duration of pre-infusion, and time sets the passive pre-infusion time. Eco mode, you can leave that off or set a time ranging from 30 minutes to 10 hours after last use before the boilers power down. Cleaning reminder sets the number of shots before you get a cleaning reminder. Automated cleaning starts an automated backflush cycle, which runs for 135 seconds. Barista lights turns them on and off. Turn on the advanced user settings and access opens to filter reminder, used for water filter replacement. Timer enable to globally turn on and off the daily schedule. Clock set sets your time of day. Schedule set is where you can program 2 on-off times per day of week. Temperature unit, that's going to switch you between reading in Celsius and Fahrenheit. And the coffee offset correction sets an offset value between the temperature measurement point in the brew boiler and the temperature reading in the display. And last up, fast heating activates or deactivates the fast heating function. So you can program extraction timing in the menu, but you can also program it manually. This is also the way to run a manual extraction. To manually program or run that manual extraction, press and hold the desired pull button for 4 seconds. Then select whether you want pre-infusion on or off. If you do not want pre-infusion, set it to off and press the button again to start the extraction, and it continues until you press the button again. When you do that, the pre-infusion off and shot timing settings are saved. Next time you press the button, you will get the same extraction timing and no pre-infusion. To program an extraction manually with pre-infusion, press and hold the button you want to program for the 4 seconds, then toggle pre-infusion on if it isn't already. Then press the button again. Pre-infusion starts and then stops when you press the button again. With that press, the pause time starts. Press the button again after your desired pause time, and then the regular extraction starts. That extraction is going to continue until you press the button again. When you do that, the pre-infusion on setting is saved, as well as timing for active and passive pre-infusion and the overall extraction timing. Next time you press the button again, you will get the same pre-infusion and extraction timing. A couple of things to know. Manually programming is going to be a good place to start with a new coffee. Once you have a good extraction, the next time you press that button, the machine repeats those parameters. But if you need to make some adjustments, you can go right into the menus and easily make changes to any of the times or settings. Pre-infusion is a very helpful tool. Using it properly helps develop more balanced extractions by swelling the coffee puck to reduce the chance of channeling. Also very useful in reducing those overly bright and acidic flavors common in fresh from roast specialty coffees by giving them time to off-gas the CO2 locked up in those fresh beans before the full pressure and flow rate extraction starts. Handmade in Germany, the move is crafted with precision and attention to detail. You know, the first time I laid eyes on it, I was blown away. It's wrapped in a sleek powder-coated stainless steel body that's not just about aesthetics, it's built to last. For a relatively narrow machine, the drip tray is large. Underneath the drip tray, there's cutouts for a filter basket and extra steam tip. There are no sharp edges on the body panels, and high-quality fasteners are used throughout. The 2.8-liter water reservoir is large, with a substantial cup warming surface running from there to the front of the machine. I appreciate the satin finish of the stainless steel drip tray and faceplate. It's aesthetically more sophisticated and easier to keep clean than the mirror finish you see on so many machines. And this is a machine you can really make your own with handcrafted custom wood options, even some concrete available from Profitec, and there's more options available from Wiedemann, manufacturer in Germany. While the move comes stock for these gorgeous American walnut handles and knobs, the twist and change components means swapping is easy to match your personal style, from the deep refinement of smoked oak to the bright texture of olive wood and beyond. You can refresh the look of your machine whenever you like. This level of craftsmanship and customization, it really sets the move apart from the crowd. All right, always my favorite part of the videos when we get to have Todd, our machine guru, here to take a look at how these things are put together. Let's see what's going on in the move here, Todd.
Okay, 2 screws, and you can take this panel off here. That's a reservoir holder, and you have access to everything.
That is so nice.
Yeah, always have great ideas with Profitec. What I like about inside here, everything's so accessible. So if you ever want to get at your static relays, they're up here, one for the brew and one for the steam boilers. Here's your control box, easy accessible. That's your sensor for your water reservoir. And if you go down here, here's your vibration pump, nice soft rubber mounts, keeps the noise down. Over here is your steam boiler, stainless steel. And coming off that, you have your tubes that go to, one tube goes to your pressure gauge here for your steam. This other tube goes back to the pump, gives you your pump pressure. I always love a dual gauge like that. And up on top, we have your pressure relief valve and your vacuum relief valve. Notice they both go through tubes, go to this T, and that leads right down to the drip tray, so you don't get moisture blowing inside the machine. Really nice addition.
And the OPV up here, very accessible. Just 4 screws right out of the top machine, get at that.
Yep, which means you can adjust your brew pressure, or if you ever have to service it, you can actually loosen the screw on the other side here and pull that right out. The serviceable valve is always nice. Up top, you've got your brew boiler. Now this is brass, has a very large thermal mass, so it's good for temperature stability. I really like that boiler. And on top here, you have a high limit there and there, all manual reset. And here's your probe for your temperature.
That's in the bottom of the steam boiler if you're looking for that. There is a PID probe in there. And I noticed those valves when I open the machine up that, like, you even put the logo inside where, not a lot of people are going to see it, but they do use custom valves here on the Profitec.
It just shows the evolution that Profitec takes over time.
Right.
They keep adding more and more on. That's really nice.
And then we got some accessibility underneath, right? I did take the panel off of here. There should be a panel right there.
There's your heating element. If you ever have to get at it, you can actually take out 3 nuts there, and the whole thing will come right out. There's an O-ring in there. If you use good water, you shouldn't have to do that. So there's a plug for using good water. Yeah, so that's the inside of the machine. Serviceable, easy to get at. I love it.
All right, Todd, thanks so much for taking us through the move.
Happy to help.
Coming up in testing, I've got results for heat up time using the fast heat function, brew temperature accuracy using a TPD test device, also milk steaming times and water added during steaming, and the surprising results of espresso temperatures coming out of the silicone spouts of the new modular portafilter. The move's fast heat function works by overheating the brew boiler during initial heat up to about 248 degrees Fahrenheit. That's far hotter than you want to brew coffee with, of course. Now, that's going to heat up the mass of the brew group faster. Once heating is complete, you'll get a message to flush in the display. If you do not perform the flush within 1 minute, the fast heating is going to stop and the machine's going to begin to cool back down to your set brew temperature. During heat up, the steam boiler reached my set temp of 261 degrees in 5.5 minutes. The message to flush came in at less than 11 minutes, and I pushed the brew button to start that flush. Again, that helps bring down the temperature from the overheat. The flush duration is automatic and lasts for 10 seconds. Following the flush, which cools a boiler below my set brew temperature of 200, it took 1.5 minutes for the brew boiler to recover to 199 degrees and be essentially ready to brew. My brew temperature tests are based on the SCA method with a PID set to 200 Fahrenheit and a TPD test device attached so it warms up as well. I remove it for a short flush to clean the group, then reattach the TPD and press the brew button. I disregard those first 10 seconds as brew pressure comes up to 9 bar and temps equalize in the test device. At 10 seconds in, we're at 200.8 degrees. The maximum temp during the test was 201.3 at 17 seconds. Then temps started to slowly fall, reaching a minimum of 199.4 when the test ended at 27 seconds. Here's a graph of those results, plotting temperatures once per second from 10 seconds to the finish at 27. The average came in at 200.7 degrees. That's really accurate and the kind of performance users should expect from a dual boiler machine. To test milk frothing performance and water added during steaming, I set the brew temp on the PID to the max of 274 Fahrenheit. It's equal to about 134 Celsius. That temperature, it's going to produce about 2.25 bar pressure in the boiler. Starting with 148 grams of whole milk, that's about 5 ounces, from the fridge at about 46 degrees in the pitcher, I performed our standard test, timing how long it takes to heat that to above 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius. The 2-hole steam tip, it produces a decent roll in the pitcher. Total time to reach higher than 140 was 27 seconds. The milk weighed 162.3 grams after steaming for a gain of 14.3 grams or 9.7%. Now anything under 10% is very respectable, as it's not unusual for machines to add 15% water weight during steaming. So the silicone dual spout insert here, I just wasn't sure how it would affect espresso temperatures. My guess was espresso leaving the spouts would be cooler than a standard all-metal portafilter that's been preheating in the group. Turns out my guess was very wrong. Now, here's some video from those tests. All variables other than the portafilters are the same. Both portafilters preheated, same coffee dose, same filter basket, same timing. In repeated tests, the highest temperature I recorded for the regular all-metal portafilter was 184 degrees Fahrenheit. For the modular bottomless with silicone, it was 189. Apparently, silicone is a very good insulator. A preheated all-metal portafilter, I guess it can still absorb some heat from the espresso. Again, these results surprised me. Beyond that, the silicone material is very stable with no degradation until temperatures reach at least 300 degrees Celsius, and you're never ever going to hit that on this machine. These and other properties make it widely used in medical application, where it must withstand the high heat of this sterilization process. So a couple of unique things in the box with the Profitec Move. First, of course, this portafilter here. And a first for Profitec, that handle is angled. But new and interesting, of course, it's modular. As we saw in base configuration, a real nice wood-handled bottomless portafilter. But if you need to split a shot, attach silicone insert and you're good to go. As we saw in the testing, it produces a slightly higher temperature out of the spouts than standard metal spout portafilters. Plus, it's an innovative new design. I'm really curious to see what users think about it. And in a nod to where espresso is going with larger coffee doses, you're going to get a 21-gram triple shot basket in addition to the 7 and 14-gram single and double. Now be aware that only fits in the bottomless configuration without the silicone double spout inserted. You also get a back flush disc, usable tamper, group cleaning brush, and a user manual. The Move is covered by a 3-year parts and labor warranty from Whole Latte Love. The Move is capable of making excellent espresso if fed with a good grind. For that, I recommend a flat burr grinder with a minimum burr size of 50 millimeters. Profitec Twist A54 over here is an excellent choice that aesthetically matches the Move down to the body color and the design of the venting. It's priced lower than competing grinders with similar features and has one of the most precise grind size adjustments available. If you'd like to learn more about the Twist, I've linked a video down there in the description. Other accessories to pick up. If it turns out you're not a fan of the silicone spout insert, standard E61 portafilters from Profitec and other manufacturers do fit in the Moves group. For great tasting coffee and to prevent scale deposits, you're going to need to treat your water to reduce calcium concentration and remove chlorination. Options there include ECM's Aroma C, which mounts directly in the water reservoir. We also recommend solutions from BWT Water and More. When used as directed, they're best saved in reservoir pad filters and aqualizer pitcher prevent scale formation and include activated carbon for removal of the chlorination and other chemicals. Keep your machine clean and coffee tasting great. Pick up some Cafeza for use with the Moves automatic back flushing cycle. So who is the Profitec Move for? Well, if you're thinking about the Sylvia Pro X, all I can say is why? See what I did there? Look, it's a fine machine and the various Miss Sylvias have a lot of fans, but the Move, at essentially the same price, has useful innovations in control and brewing capabilities that will better satisfy prosumer and hobby-level users who take espresso quality seriously, yet appreciate convenience features and the sleek modern aesthetic. Whether you're a seasoned barista or just starting your espresso journey, the Move delivers. Now, keep in mind that Profitec Move is a smaller capacity reservoir-fed vibration pump machine. It's perfectly capable of serving small groups with professional grade espresso, but if you want a plumbable rotary pump dual boiler that can bang out milk drinks for a crowd and have the space for it, look to the larger dual boiler machines from ECM, Profitec, Bezzera, Rocket, and Elite. Have questions about the Move or anything espresso or coffee related? Drop those down in the comments below and I'd be happy to get you a detailed answer. And hey, if you love espresso and coffee as much as I do, don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews and tips on making the perfect cup. I'm Mark, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back here soon for more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.